Grant, I'm so happy to meet you, and
Yeah,
I'm so
same.
excited that you're here. This is like your second or third European show?
This would be my first
First headline show.
headline European show, which
Because
is
you
so
did like the
exciting.
Eurovision
Yeah,
thing in
yeah.
Manchester. I actually want to start by throwing it all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
Because you were part of the Kidz Bop group, which
For
is
sure.
such an iconic brand. What is your favorite memory from this era?
Ooh, just seeing like the progression over the years. I think our last year we ended with like a huge tour bus and stuff, so that was like incredible. But our first year was funny because we had like, like the creepy white vans on the side of the road, like like a white van like that. And I remember us all like stacking in there, and we're like, we're gonna do this, let's go. So I think it's really cool to kind of see like the roots and like how it kind of went up from there. And all the fans were so cool and so sweet and amazing. So all of it was fun.
And you also took part in the American Song Contest, and I think a lot of people like discovered you this way, including me.
Yeah.
Would you ever do another competition like that?
I think it'd be really cool. Honestly, I've had a lot of people say like you'd be amazing on Eurovision or something. So I'm like, Eurovision would be so cool. I would totally be down.
You released your latest album, Good Luck Getting Over Me, last year. First of all, congratulations on it.
Thank you.
What is the most important thing that you learned during the creation process of this album as an artist?
Yeah, just trusting your gut, I would say, and like not being afraid to just follow it and see where it goes, kind of thing. There's so many times where like, especially when you're creating an album and you're like, all right, I want to make an album now. It's easy to put up barriers of like, it has to be this and has to be this kind of song. But I think for this one, we were really like, I'm just gonna write and see what comes out, and then like craft the album and be like, okay, we can maybe change this here and make it all work. Just like have range on the album, I guess.
And you also involved the fans in the rollout as well. What is the most valuable feedback that you got from them?
I mean, I think the most valuable feedback was just choosing what song. It was funny because a lot of the times the songs truly were maybe 75% done or 80%. And I was like really seeing which way they were going to lean on which songs. And so then I would like last minute finish up the song and put it out, And there are a few times where I started the voting process for, two of them. And I was like, they're for sure going to want song B. And then they completely switched and wanted song A, and I had to like scramble to finish that up and make it happen. But it was a fun experience.
How many songs were you working on for the album, by the way?
During that time, I had written maybe 50 songs or so, but like I was almost writing 2 albums simultaneously a little bit. One was just a little different than what Good Luck Getting Over Me was, and so that's why it was like just letting whatever came out and then kind of like picking what ones really made sense together. But yeah, there's quite a bit.
Since the album is called Good Luck Getting Over Me, can you tell me your best advice for getting over someone?
Oh my gosh. It's really funny because the album is very much like, I'm going to get over you by going out and partying and like doing all this other stuff. But like, I think the most healthy way is probably to just cut, that off, like have your space, your separation, your time apart. I'm saying this, but I haven't followed this totally. So I think I'm telling myself advice a little bit. Instead, I just went out.
So I think it's pretty impressive that you write and produce your own music.
Thank you.
Which part of the creation process do you enjoy the most?
I just like creating. I think like making a beat from scratch, or like if I have an idea in my head and then like fast forwarding a couple hours and now it's like in front of me and in my ears. I think that's so cool. I think one of my favorite parts is once a song demo is done, I'll start a session at 11 a.m. or something and then maybe go till 2 or 3 in the morning of me just working on it and like dancing around my room and just being so excited about it. And so that's always how I know I'm like, this is a good song, because I'm like looping it 100 times and like dancing to it, and I just love it, So I think that's a really fun part.
In the past, you worked with some amazing artists like Christina Aguilera, Adele, Twice.
Yeah.
If you could pick anyone, who would you want to work with, either as a producer or making a full collaboration with them?
I love Lorde. I think Lorde is so cool.
Queen.
She would be like amazing. I love Holly Humberstone is incredible. Tulu is really amazing. Gosh, there's so many. I think 21 Pilots is like a big inspiration for me too. There's a ton. There's a lot that I would be so like overly excited to even work with. So yeah.
And in terms of your career, what is your biggest dream right now?
Definitely to be Grammy nominated. It would be so cool. It's cool because I think my dreams always keep changing because you keep kind of accomplishing them, which is a really great sign. I mean, one of my dreams was to have a London show. And so like that's really cool to have that today and be doing that. But there's a lot. I mean, just doing a European tour would be so cool. So hopefully that, in the next year or this year or something. But
we would love to have you in Europe.
Yeah.
We would love to have you.
It'd be so
and any new music soon?
Yeah, for sure. Been writing a lot. And again, I think I'm just letting whatever I'm feeling just come out. You know, I don't have a specific, I'm going to make a dance album right now or this right now. I'm just kind of letting it find itself. I've been loving it, everything that's coming out so far.
So to wrap things up, are you up for a little game?
Yeah.
It's a game of this or that with questions in connection with touring and live concerts.
Okay.
So would you rather perform the same one song in every country around the world for the rest of your life, or perform a whole set but in the same city?
Oh, it'd have to be the same song around every country. Wow, definitely that one. I think that one. I would love to see every country around the world.
It's all about traveling.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's the same song, I'm like, hopefully that song did really well, and it's like everyone, you know, likes it, and it's a fun one to do. So yeah.
And your hotel room, messy or tidy?
Is there an in between? I think it would be in between.
Is there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Messy, tidy. I guess I definitely lean towards the messy side, probably.
Right, you're in a new city, checking out the famous landmarks or finding the hidden gem.
I like seeing the big landmarks first a little bit and then going to hidden gems. I'm actually going to Rome next week. Really exciting. I went there when I was younger, but I had like a couple days at that time. Now we have like a full week, and I've kind of seen a little bit the big landmarks. So I think this time I'm excited to go see those little hidden gems and like things that are in the weeds a little bit to find.
Right before the show, backstage alone or hanging with the crew?
I think I like backstage alone sometimes. I like to kind of center myself, like get ready, find that centerness before I go out.
And after the show, going straight to bed or keeping the adrenaline rolling?
Really depends. Tomorrow I have a session, so I'm like, I think I might have to go to bed. Honestly, this time change and jet lag and stuff, it's been hitting me like in the middle of the day, and I'm like passed out, you know? So probably bed tonight, but going out tomorrow.
Right, so that's all I planned for you today, but before I go, I'd like to teach you something, so you can take away something from this interview as well.
Okay.
So we actually came from Hungary.
Okay.
Do you know any Hungarian words?
I don't.
All right, I'd like to teach you how to say I love you in Hungarian.
Oh, okay, fun.
Okay, so it goes like this. Szeretlek.
Okay.
Should we take it a little slower?
Yeah.
Sa.
Ret. Let.
Like the little animal, a rat.
Oh, rat.
Lek. Szeretlek.
Szeretlek.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, fun.
That's it.
Szeretlek.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and can't wait to see you on stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love this. Bye.